So today I'm off to see Steve Hamilton, one of the mates from the VJMC local Chilterns section, and he's the new section coordinator. So I'm off to see his bike that he's had for a long time. I think it's a 74 RD250. Could be wrong, we'll see in a minute. I'm meeting him here at the London Flying or London Gliding Club, I think it's called. Yeah, Gliding Club. I've been here before to do videos. Ideal place. I'm on my YDS7 1972, the predecessor to the RD, of course. What's the time? 9:56. I arranged to meet him here at 10, so should be just right. Here we are. Alright, Steve. I thought I'd come on this because it's obviously the predecessor to your one. Absolutely. Pop it on the stand. Do you want a cup of coffee first?
Can do, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, so welcome back to the channel. Today I'm with Steve Hamilton on his lovely RD250A.
Today, yeah, that's it.
And it's actually, we were just saying, it's a 1976, which is unusual because normally, I think they come out in 74,
Yeah,
didn't they?
74, yeah.
But the beauty of this, he's had it since 1982, which is unusual.
Yeah.
So,
My little
firstly,
time machine.
yeah, but why did you have it so long?
Yeah, I mean, to my shame, it was living in a lockup for a lot of years. I brought it in 1982, and it was always like a second bike, yeah?
Yeah.
And, you know, to keep my bikes clean. It was a bit ratty and tatty back then.
Yeah.
I brought it from a guy when I was on a college course.
Oh.
When I moved to Hemel in 1987, I think it was, 1987, I put it into a lockup. I'm afraid it stayed there until 5 years ago.
Oh, right.
It was always my intention to get it out and do it up. I never had the time, kids came along, I never had the space. So finally the kid's grown up, they've flown the nest, and I thought, right, let's get that bike out and have a look at it.
Yeah. So you didn't do it yourself, you paid for someone to do it?
Well, I did some of it myself. The actual deep down mechanical stuff, I don't know if you know Simon in the group, Simon Mann, he did it all for me, he took it on board. I did a lot of the work. I sourced a lot of the stuff and did a lot of the research into finding bits and pieces because we had to find a lot of bits for it. But no, Simon, it was done in 2 stages. Simon, basically, all I said was, I want it smartened up and running. So he says, yeah, okay. Well, he took it apart, he got all the frame bits powder coated, all the chrome bits chrome plated. And it looked fantastic until we put the old paint on it. I thought, all blisters and rust. I said, well, we can't keep it like that. No. You know, we've got to get, so I had that all repainted.
And just grab the camera a bit closer now as we're talking. Carry on.
I ran it for a couple of years then. The engine itself hadn't been touched.
No.
Obviously, when it came out of the lockup, hadn't been in there for like 30 years. You had to clean the carbs and what have you, and get them all sorted out. But basically, it ran.
Yeah.
You did nothing to the engine. The engine hadn't been taken apart.
Right.
And it still looked a bit grotty and tatty. So 2 years later, I sent the bike up to Tony Maguire, who's Classic Bike Stables up in Bridlington.
Oh yeah.
And he totally stripped the engine. Polished it, painted it. And that really, and also at the same stage, I've managed to source some original exhausts which I never had on it before.
No. So were they re-chromed?
Yeah, but not by me.
No.
They were done by somebody who actually was doing up a 350 and he'd brought the wrong pipes, had them all chromed.
Oh right.
So we did a swap.
Yeah.
I had his silencers and I had a brand new NOS tank just like this. and he had that, so we could have yeah, so that worked out okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's come up really nice.
Yeah.
I must say. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, there is a picture of when Steve first got it in 1982, which I'm going to put up on the screen now so you can see what it was like. And that was in its, well, it looks, I said to Steve, it does look a good picture. It almost looks like it was taken yesterday, but it really was taken in 1982.
Yeah, it had lots of patina and rust on it back then. It had the wrong exhausts.
Yeah.
It was, but it ran, you know. It was a good bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, I've got mine. I'm on my YDS7 today,
Beautiful, yeah,
which is
bike.
the predecessor to.
Yep.
And that, I think that was literally the next model to this, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's 74 that came out, and this is 72.
Yeah.
That's
just the reed valves, isn't it? I guess that yours hasn't got.
That's right. Yeah. This is just yours is torque induction, which is obviously the reeds here.
Yeah.
Which mine hasn't got. It's just straight carburetor sort of thing into the manifold, like so. Yeah, so I think that is a good thing actually, because mine does lack bottom end power,
right?
And I think that's what the beauty of the reeds is, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's not mega powerful below, you know, 5,000 revs, but definitely you can feel there's a bit of grunt there for a 250 anyway.
Yeah. Mine, you do have to wind it up a bit more. I think you know, top speed's probably very similar, but it's just you know, yours will be better on the low revs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Plus, of course, yours has got the drum brake, which I think is probably better than the disc brake.
Well,
it's never been great. In fact, the rear drum on this is far better than the disc.
Is it? Yeah, I know they were. Haven't they? I've noticed that back in the 70s, the rear brakes were always really good.
Yeah.
You know, you could lock them up literally easily. Nowadays, modern bikes, the back brakes are rubbish.
No, they're non-existent.
And I think it's just because you know, people tend to use their front brake all the time. But these days, we were sort of brought up to use both brakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
50-50 in the wet, 75-25 in the dry.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I remember all that.
Yeah. And the other thing about this, I don't know if we've already said this, have we, about it being a late registered one because it came from France?
Yeah.
Did we say that? I don't think we did.
Well, sort of touched on it. I think, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but what people have told me is that when this is the RD250A, when the RD250B came out, there were some smart dealers who saw that there were plenty of 250s in France that weren't selling. Because there was no learner laws in France, so why would you have a 250 if you can get a 350? So there were some smart British dealers who brought the 250s over from France and were selling them like 100 quid cheaper than the Bs.
Oh right.
Which was quite a lot of money back then. And so I think that's probably the history of this. This is first registered in the UK January 76. And they actually came out in 74, didn't they? If you look at the data badge there, it's all in French.
Oh yeah.
And it had a KPH speedo. The headlight dipped the wrong way. Even until quite recently, actually. But I've swapped all that over now. So.
Yeah, because that seems thicker, doesn't it? Than I think. I don't know. Is that right? Is that? Do you reckon that's a slightly different headlight?
Don't know. It's worse. It's been on there since I've had it.
Yeah.
But there are things on that aren't the way it should be. But I've said, well, that's how it was when I got it, so I'm going to keep it.
Of
like
course,
the bars are lower.
Yeah.
They're not standard bars.
No.
It's got the wrong mudguard and rear light. That's off a later model.
Oh right, yeah, isn't it? So would yours have had the same rear light as mine?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Just to remind people.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the sort of
that's
the one they use on the FS1E and
that's
stuff like that. Yeah, it's the Yamaha light of the time.
Again, I've actually brought one.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what? That's how it was when I brought it.
That's it.
I'm going to keep it.
On the same, my GT750 came with a B front mudguard, and I like it. I left it, you know.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's fantastic. Open the seat, Steve. Let's have a. Is it?
Sorry?
Is it the seat open? Is it easy enough? No, you don't need a key.
All spark plugs.
Yeah, always keeps some plugs. I do the same.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you use one of these.
Motorback.
Yeah. Do you find them good?
Well, the big advantage is, and I nearly got caught by it, is you don't get any acid spillages.
No, that's right. Yeah, I'm thinking of getting one for that actually. I haven't used them. That, I know I'm in the trade and all that, but
That
we
the
don't
only
actually sell
reason.
them at our shop.
Oh, right, okay.
So I'd have to buy it elsewhere. But
it is actually slightly smaller than the original one, so
Yeah.
I've packed some insulation in there just to hold it in place.
yeah,
But it's been in there a couple of years, not giving me any problems,
no,
and it just reduces that risk of
yeah,
spillages on your nicely chromed exhausts.
that's right. Yeah, it's funny because my YDS7 has the toolkit here, and I didn't know that when I first got it. And for ages I was putting it in the side panel, this
Right,
side,
yeah.
and then I thought, hang on. And I don't know how I found it out, but it's a perfect place for it. Isn't it? Yeah, that's where it lives. Yeah. But yeah, the seat's in good order, isn't it? That's the steel seat still, isn't it?
Well, it's the original seat pad.
Yeah.
It's actually the original foam.
Is it?
It's just it has been recovered though.
Yeah.
No, it's the original seat pan. That was all powder coated.
Yeah. And the paintwork was done by who, did you say? You said, didn't you?
There's a guy down in Yeovil somewhere. I can't even remember what he's called now, but he did a fantastic job on it. I organised that part of it. He goes to the classic meets at Bath and at Stafford.
Yeah.
He's always got a display there. That's where I saw him. But he gets so busy. You have
Does
to
he?
wait quite a long time for your paintwork.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. And you're using, are they TT100s or the...
the modern equivalent.
Yeah.
I just had to change the rear tyre actually. I wore that out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. That is a nice one.
Yeah.
Always stands out when you come on this, because obviously it's got a few bikes.
It's been, as well as being in the VJMC where we meet locally, I'm also in the air-cooled RD club.
Yeah.
One of the highlights of the year is the rally there, and
this
is one best 250 a show for the last 4 years.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah.
And which is quite good because there are parts on it that it's not restored to death.
Like you're saying about the rear light and stuff like that. And
even,
they could pick up on that, I suppose.
Even the switch gear is, it's not perfect.
No. Yeah.
There are bits and pieces on it.
But that's quite nice. It's nice to have a little bit of patina, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think so.
You can see it's been used.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, very often the hit gets very scratched here. That was not bad because people have key fobs that scratch around here, don't they?
No, that is a new.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that is a new bit in there. Yambit special.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Excellent. Oh,
the other thing that's a bit quirky with this, I don't know if you got this on yours, but you get little light comes on that tell you when the brake lights are on.
No, I haven't. No, but I know what you mean.
That's a very weird thing.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. I do remember that back in the day. Yeah. I nearly bought one of these actually, a 350 back in 1975. I nearly bought it from Coburn and Hughes in Luton.
Okay.
And I was going to get it on hire purchase, and then I actually did ask. I think it was about sort of close to £600 then, the 350, and I said, "How much is it? Will I pay back with the interest?" And I always remember him saying £1,000, and I thought, Jesus Christ! And I didn't buy it for that reason. My dad was pretty good. He lent me money in the end, and I ended up buying something else. But
interest rates were quite high.
It was just
that's it. Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah. But we're at Dunstall Gliding Club now, which is a nice place to do this. I've done it here before, but beautiful here. The Dunstall Downs up there. For aeroplanes and motorbikes seem to mix, don't they?
They do.
Anyone who likes aeroplanes generally like machinery and motorbikes.
Well, every time I ride my bike I feel like I'm flying, so
that's right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do now, I think we've said everything we need to say. We'll jump on the bikes now and have a little ride, and I'll film that as well.
Good.
Right, okie dokie. was good.
Yeah.
I remember to turn me petrol off. That
Yeah, I didn't want to do that, and I got it just right.
Take care.
yeah, cheers then. See ya.